Hey, I'm a queer Barbadian or Bajan man, as we say here in Barbados, and I am here to tell you about what to expect as a gay traveler to Barbados, including how to meet other LGBTQ plus Barbadians. Social environment. The 2018 repeal of Barbados's sodomy law means that same-sex acts are no longer criminalized, and this aligns with global trends towards inclusivity. However, societal attitudes towards LGBTQ rights are evolving slowly due to influences like traditional masculinity and religion. In my experience, homophobia tends to manifest itself through comments, stares, and laughter. However, through sensitivity training and increased exposure, there is now an increased acceptance of the LGBTQ community in Barbados. Social scene. While there are no dedicated gay clubs, the bar Mojo used to host dedicated LGBTQ plus nights every last Thursday of the month, and I was told that they should start to do so again. I also frequent a very grassroots, everybody-friendly bar in Baxter's Road. The non-profit Equals organizes LGBTQ events and activities, providing safe spaces for the community. Private parties. Organized by independent promoters, these bring your own bottle or themed parties are usually organized around special events like the Crop Over Festival in July and August every year. Geographical differences. West Coast. Known for being more accepting of the LGBT community. This is probably due to the fact that it's more affluent in a tourism-driven economy. Personal experience. I met someone in 2nd Street in Holtown, which is one of the party streets, and he was wearing a dress. It looked like a long shirt, but it was sparkly. And he told me that he could get away with wearing it there on the West Coast. And it was interesting because he was also with some friends who were gay. There was a couple. There were maybe 5 people in total. And I felt pretty comfortable. Everyone was pretty chill. So yeah, that's my experience of the West Coast in general. Meeting LGBTQ plus people in Barbados. Grindr. Grindr is widely used for social interactions, with many people preferring anonymity and casual encounters, which is a worldwide trend. So it's a whole lot more difficult to meet people in person. Though if you were to meet people in person, your best bet would probably be the beaches. Although I wouldn't recommend it, and caution is advised. Conclusion, just the tip. Manage expectations. Barbados is still adjusting to LGBTQ rights, and so meeting people will be challenging. Safety first. Avoid public displays of affection and be aware of your surroundings. This is particularly important for members of the LGBTQ community. Contact Equals. Get updated on LGBTQ events and resources through Equals social media pages. You'll find them in the description below. Plan around Pride. Consider, I'm laughing because there's some dogs just doing the most. They're chasing chickens and the sheep. Consider visiting during Barbados's Gay Pride for the increased number of LGBTQ plus centric events, and to showcase the importance of LGBTQ plus tourism and the exposure to diverse individuals from around the world. The only thing I will add is that the events tend to be populated by a younger crowd, and this is probably due to the fact that the younger generation is a whole lot more sensitized to LGBTQ rights through media, and perhaps older members of the community are in a different phase of their lives, and so they're not as big on partying or the balls, because Equals has thrown a few balls, which were Great fun. I've only been to one, but the one I went to was really good. And I think that they probably also have the means to find LGBTQ safe spaces overseas. And that's what lots of people do. They travel to these spaces. So while you're coming here, many Barbadians are probably going to where you are. Anyway, that is what I had to say about this as a Barbadian who has lived for most of his life in Barbados. I think I'm a bit of an expert on my own experience as a queer man in Barbados. So yeah, that's it. I hope this was helpful. And if it was, please like, share, and prescribe.
Oh, shoot.
It real